Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. So each day I've selected a different composer, one that's had a role to play at both organizations. Today it's the Swedish composer Otto Olsson. That would be O-L-S-S-O-N. Born in 1879, died in 1964. He was not only a composer, but an organist, regarded as the most important organist in Sweden of his time, in fact, in all of Scandinavia. He was for many years the organist at the Gustav Vasa Church in Stockholm, a beautiful church which I had the privilege of performing an organ recital in that church in the 1980s. He was also professor of composition at the Royal Swedish Academy from 1908 to 1945. So a wonderful, wonderful musician. He loved French organ music, and it was kind of part of his style, but he also loved Gregorian chant, and he of course loved Swedish folk songs. One of the pieces that we have performed that I love is his setting. He has a set here of Advent and Christmas songs for choir, 6 of them. This one, he took an old Swedish Christmas melody called God's Son is Born, and what he did with it is charming. Here's the folk song that he set. That's the first half of the tune. So here's this lovely little dance-like tune, but what does he do? He takes that and he puts this around it. From heaven above to earth I come. So when you put the two together, what he does in his arrangement, he begins with just that folk song. So once that's established, then more verses of that, but adding the German chorale, so that you have this. And a whole series of wonderful verses bringing the two of them together until the last verse when they just hear that Swedish folk song. Music of Otto Olsson. I mentioned that he loved Gregorian chant. In his setting of the Song of Simeon, Lord, now lettest thou thy servant depart in peace, he has a baritone soloist sing it in a different key, and then the choir comes back and sings the same text in E major. It's very haunting, going back and forth. Here's the beginning of what that sounds like. And then the choir. Solo. choir. Together. And on for the rest of that text. He also, as I mentioned, was a fantastic organist, and he was known for his amazing pedal technique. So I had in my library, I've not done them, his 5 pedal studies for organ. Can you just imagine, here is the pedal part. Just 2 feet going. While that's happening, of course the hands are playing. So you put this together and you get That's just one of the exercises. Another one of them has the hands doing this. And the feet, 4 notes in the feet. And folks, you do that with toe on one, heel on the other, heel and toe. So you would hear this when you put it together. An amazing man. So one of the other pieces that is a beautiful one, he did a set of Gregorian melodies, as I mentioned. He, of course, also wrote other music. He wrote orchestral pieces. He did 3 string quartets. But here is just a beautiful little piece, and you get a little bit of that French idea that so fascinated him. A little music in Gregorian style of Otto Olsson. Music of Otto Olsson. Have a wonderful day.